Good morning to everyone. Myself Tarun Nayak. I am studying in BSc MPCS final year. Today my topic is about crystal symmetry. Let us define what is meant by crystal symmetry. Crystal symmetry is the external shape of a crystal reflect the presence or absence of translation-free symmetry elements in its unit cell is called crystal symmetry. Generally, crystal symmetry is nothing but similarity or exact correspondence in the crystal is called crystal symmetry. Let us go in detail with an example. Our body is symmetric. If we draw a line in the middle of that, our body can be divided into two equal parts. Both halves are mirror image of each other. Let us move to another topic, that is crystal systems. Let us define what is meant by crystal systems. On the basis of the length and directions of the symmetry in an axis, the crystal systems may be divided into 7 types. Let us know what are the 7 types. First, isometric crystal system, also known as cubic crystal system. All three axes are equal in length and all are perpendicular to one another. For our convenience, let us consider three axes as that is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and let us consider the three lengths as a, b and c, and three angles as alpha, beta and gamma. In this isometric crystal system, all three axes are equal in length, that is A equals to B equals to C, and all are perpendicular to one another, that is alpha equals to beta equals to gamma. Next, moving to another topic, that is second one is tetragonal crystal system. In this crystal system, two of the three axes are equal in length and all three axes are perpendicular to one another, that is a equals to b and b not equals to c, and alpha equals to beta equals to gamma equals to 90 degrees. And the third one is orthorhombic crystal system. In this, all three axes are unequal in length and all are perpendicular to one another, which means unequal in length. All three axes are unequal in length, that is a is not equals to b and b is not equals to c, and all are perpendicular to one another, that is alpha equals to beta equals to gamma equals to 90 degrees. And the fourth one is triclinic. In this, all three axes are unequal in length, that is a is not equals to b and b is not equals to c, and none is perpendicular to another, which means alpha is not equals to beta is not equals to gamma is not equals to 90 degrees. And the fifth one is monoclinic crystal system. In this crystal system, all three axes are unequal in length, which means alpha A is not equals to B and B is not equals to C, and two axes are perpendicular to each other, which means alpha equals to beta, which is equals to 90 degrees, but not equals to gamma. Gamma is not equals to 90 degrees. And the sixth one is rhombohedral. In this crystal, all the three lengths of the unit cell are equal, which means A is equals to B and B is equals to C, and they are equally inclined to each other at an angle other than 90 degrees, which means alpha equals to beta and beta equals to gamma, but gamma not equals to 90 degrees, since two angles are equal and third one is not equals to 90 degrees. And the last one, seventh one, is hexagonal crystal system. In this crystal, the two lengths of the unit cell are equal in one plane at 120 degrees with each other, and fourth axis is perpendicular to this plane, which means A is equals to B and B is not equals to C, since two lengths are equal and third one is not equal, and alpha equals to beta equals to 90 degrees, since two angles are perpendicular and third angle is more than 90 degrees, that is 120 degrees, therefore gamma equals to 120 degrees. Let us recap what we have discussed right now. Crystal symmetry is nothing but similarity or exact correspondence in the crystal is called crystal symmetry. Next one is crystal systems. In these crystal systems, on the basis of length and direction of the symmetry of the axis, crystal systems are of 7 types. First one is isometric crystal system. In this, all lengths are equal and all angles are perpendicular to one another. And then second one is tetragonal crystal system. In these, two lengths are equal and third is not equal, and three angles are equal 90 degrees. And third one is orthorhombic. In this, all lengths are unequal and all angles are equal. And the fourth one is triclinic. In this, all lengths are unequal and all angles also unequal. And the fifth one is monoclinic. In this, all lengths are unequal and all two angles are equal to 90 and third is not equal to 90 degrees. And the sixth one is rhombohedral. In this, all lengths are equal and all two angles are equal to 90 degrees and third angle is not equal to 90 degrees. And the last one is hexagonal. In these, two lengths are equal and third length is not equal, and two angles are equal to 90 degrees and third angle is more than 90 degrees, that is gamma equals to 120 degrees. Thank you.